Hi coaches, we're going to run through a quick presentation on how to be able to use the Coaches Online database. So you should have had a link which required you to put in your email address and then create a password. Once you put those in and then choose sign in, you'll log into the database. Now remember, this is it's HTML5, so it adjusts according to your device. So here I'm on a web browser on my computer, so I can pretty much see everything. But if I were to make this smaller like so, you could see it automatically adjust to whatever the device is, and now the menu moves up to the top up here. So anyhow, we're going to pull it back out, and there you go. I've got the actual navigation menu here that I can see, and if I want more room, I can move it over there like so. The dashboard is going to show you any upcoming plans that you have. So I see one coming up this Saturday, and what my last couple of practice plans were, so I know what was covered, just as a reminder. And also down the bottom, some favorite drills. So if there's something that you really like to run with, your team enjoys, you can favorite it. You can turn on and off favorites with a little switch like this. So I'm going to jump into a practice plan that's for this Saturday and clicking on that. By the way, you won't see everything on the side here. You're only going to see dashboard, drills, and practice plans. The other ones are for admins. So here I am. I can edit this if I want to. I can print it out as a nice PDF. If I want to, but it gives me the details and overview of what my practice is about and who's coming. And then I start going through the elements of my practice plan. So I have a couple notes to begin with, what the warm-up dynamic stretch is, and then our first drill. Here I can see a very brief description on what the drill is in a picture that if I click on it will open up and give me a little bit more of a larger view of the diagram. And I can even see drill variations that I've set up for this. So this is the standard drill. If I come down here, this is a little bit better. Here I can see passing around the lines, what the drill is for, what the coaches need to do during this drill. And of course, there's a link that if I click on, will open up a web page that shows me the video of this particular drill. And again, here's another variation I can run in the drill. So I basically put in all of my drills. Notes can be if there's a break, a water break if you want to, other things that you're going to do. So here's a note, 2 minutes. And each one of these is set with time. So here's a 10-minute drill, here's another 10-minute. The time is then, of course, added up and gives you what the total practice time is so far for your practice. Okay, so let's look at drills. That's the core part of your practice plans, obviously. So you already have a huge bank of drills in there that you can filter through and look at. You can filter through by category and say that I need a partner drill. And you could say by team. I wouldn't select that because you don't need to be that specific. You want to see all the drills that, partner drills that are, let's say, passing drills. And obviously this is for indoor for you guys, so indoor. And when I filter it down, I can see that this particular passing drill for partners only has one listed right now. I can click on the drill, see what toss and target is about, get a little bit of information about it, or I can go back and instead, actually let's do it this way. And instead I'm going to take out partner drill and leave that blank and filter. And now I'll be able to see a lot of passing drills that are for indoor courts. So that's how you get your drill list. This is only so that you can review the drills to be able to add to your practice plans. If you want to add one, you click on Add New. Of course, you fill out all the information. You can say what court it's for. You can say what skill you're working on. You could choose a team if you want to, or leave that blank so it's open for everybody. And of course, what category, what are you working on? So this is going to be a team drill, which is for indoor team, and it's on defense. What equipment is needed, coaching notes, and this is where the variations are. Notice also that I can add a diagram. So if I had made a picture, I can choose from here what the pictures might be. Let's go to pictures, like so. Oopsie, and I'm already in there, and I can see screenshots. And I could pick a screenshot of whatever it is that I wanted to add to that. I also have a whiteboard that I can click on. It will open up a web page that allows me to create a whiteboard version of the drill as well to apply. So that's drills. Let's get into practice plans. So here I am in a practice plan. This shows me my past practice plans. I can sort by date, name, team, all of the titles at the top, obviously. Now, if I have a practice plan that I really like, but I want to modify it a bit, I can actually come to copy it. And when I copy it, That way I can then use that copy, make some adjustments, rename it, whatever, and I still have all of the drills and everything that's associated with it. I could also share this one. So if I wanted to turn this one off as far as a share drill, or turn it back on to be able to let others use this drill, then of course I would turn that on as well. So let's go into a practice plan. Here I am, I'm going to edit this practice plan. And my practice plan, I select whatever date it is, the team that I'm doing this one for. You would probably want to choose team for this because it's your specific team. How many players might be coming that day and who they are, what your focus is, so on and so forth, everything that you see in here. And now I start creating my practice plan. Now you'll notice that each one of these elements can get moved around. So I start here with a beach run and then some dynamics stuff, and then partner pepper beach. This is an older one that I had. And then I can keep adding more. So I can say add more and choose whether I want this to be a drill. And I would know what the drill is because I've gone into drills earlier and worked out which ones I want to do. And so I say 2-ball game or whatever. And then I can view this even if I want to know what the drill is because I can't remember that drill. Or I could just add a note. Oh, by the way, this is where you add time. So if I know that this drill is normally 10 minutes or so, just depends. Let's just see if it wants to come up. No, it's not going to pop up for me. But if it was 10 minutes, I can actually change this and say I want it for 20 minutes instead. Or I can make a note and say that this is going to be water break. Oh, there it is. It came up. Did I have the amount of time on this? Time? No, it didn't. So that doesn't matter. Water, and then I can add whatever notes, and I can say that for water it's only 2 minutes. When I'm done and hit save, then that will create my practice plan for me. So that's a very quick overview as to how you create a practice plan. I know I edited that one, so it wasn't really creating it, but if I were to come into practice plans like so, and then add a new one, then I would have to go through all those steps I just talked about and keep adding more elements and more elements to whatever my practice plan is supposed to be. I hope this is useful. If you have some questions, reach out, let me know. And if you can offer some suggestions as far as modifications or things that might be beneficial, feel free to reach out to me and let me know as well.